Are you getting your home handover from the builder soon? Don't rush. I'll tell you exactly what to check before you take the handover from the builder. Hi, I'm Sadath. I'm an architect and founder of Artwell Design. I work on real home interior projects daily, and I have come across a lot of issues which could have been avoided if the client had noticed these issues before taking the handover from the builder. So let's go step by step. Starting with the wall and finishes. Check all the walls thoroughly for any cracks or uneven plaster or any painting mistakes, because most of the times this I have noticed that when they're doing the putty, they may have not sanded it properly, and that actually looks really bad after the interiors are done. We are definitely going to notice it. Even small cracks can become a big problem later, so make sure it is corrected by the builder, and it should be corrected in front of you, because this has to be fixed using Dr. Fix-It crack filler, or else they'll just paint it and you'll never know that whether they have fixed the crack or not. Run your hand on the wall and see for any uneven finishes, and make sure to report it to the builder. Next is flooring. Check each and every tile if you have to, and make sure there are no hollow tiles present in the house, because later it's going to cost you a lot of money to replace those tiles. Also, to check for any cracks and chips, and also check for alignment of the tiles. Make sure the grooves which are present in the tiles are proper. They have actually left out paper joint, then there is no need of grouting. If there are any gaps in the tiles, then it has to be filled with the grouting, which should happen properly, or else if any gaps are left out, also going to be a problem. Fixing tiles later is going to be really expensive and messy. Next is doors and windows. Check for smooth operations, check for any gaps, make sure the locks are working properly. Next is electricals. Check all the sockets and switches as well as DB, and if you're not able to figure out if the switches are working or not, since the appliances are not installed at the time of the handover, I think it is better to get an electrician hired and check all the sockets and the switches properly, as well as the wiring. Whatever they have done, you need to check by removing the switch plate to make sure they have used a branded wiring which is fireproof, because most of the times I have checked while doing the home interiors, they usually use local wires which are not fireproof, which cause a lot of problem in the stage, and then we have replaced it, and it cost a huge amount of money to replace the wiring of the house. So it is the most important part. So check the wiring as well as the switches. It is better to actually hire an electrician for this, so he's going to actually check it thoroughly and let you know the problems. Next is plumbing. Check for tap pressure as well as the drainage of the sink or bathrooms, whatever it is. Just pour the water and see if the drain is working properly and the water is going smoothly. It is also check for the sink leakages in the kitchen or utility. Wherever you are getting the sink from the builder, you need to check for the leakages on the edges of the sink, where they usually put MCL or white cement to cover the edges of the sink, but most of the times I've seen in some places they miss it out, and then the leakages starts to happen. So check it thoroughly by pouring the water on it for the leakages. Next is kitchen. Check for the slab height of the kitchen and make sure it is 860 mm, which is standard. If you want to keep it lower also, you can ask the builder and keep it lower, but it shouldn't go beyond 860 mm, or else it will get uncomfortable for you to stand and cook. And also make sure this splashback, whatever they are putting, the tiles which are on the wall, so those also has to be fixed properly without any alignment issues. So that's the aestheticity part of the kitchen. So make sure the tiles whatever they're providing are also good looking. So if they are not good looking, if you don't like them, it is not going to cost you much to actually get some designer tiles, because that actually is a smaller area. So I think you should get an upgrade for the tiles of the kitchen for the wall. Next is bathroom finishes. Check all the tiles in the bathroom again for the hollowness. Make sure that the tiles are fixed properly. Make sure the joints are proper, the grouting is proper and done without any gaps, because that is going to be a huge headache for you later. The water will seep in till get inside the molding. That will cause issues for the neighbor downstairs, and again then you have to spend the money to get it repaired. So check all the issues with that, and also check the slope of the floor to make sure the water is flowing towards the drain. So this is an important checkpoint you need to check. So make sure you check this. Also check for bathroom fittings. Make sure they are branded and durable, or else you're going to spend behind it again in future. Because builder most of the time do the cost cutting by putting non-branded sanitary ware, and whatever the taps they are using, those has to be branded as well. So make sure those are branded and durable, and just check the quality. If feel the quality is not good, you should question the builder. Next is balcony. Again, you have to check for the tiles if there are any hollowness in the tiles, and you need to check the railing. You have to check the seepages or dampness in the walls, because this is exterior part, and most of the time when the rain is happening, when it is pouring, it is definitely going to get seepage issues. So that has to be, that should not be ignored and should be reported to the builder, and this has to be sorted. And also check the balcony sliding door as well, and make sure it is operating smoothly, and the lock is working fine. Next is ceiling and leakage. So make sure you check all the walls inside the house to make sure there is no damp patches or seepages, because the water is going to eat the walls from inside, and later you have to spend a lot of money behind these repairs. There is a bathroom behind the seepage wall. Make sure you inform the builder immediately, because the pipes may be leaking inside the bathroom, and that actually causes that seepage to happen. So check the seepages, and do not ignore this at all. Make sure the builder fixes the seepage, and he puts a light which there is a light for it which is very strong, and we have to install that light on that dampness or patch, and we have to leave it for 24 to 48 hours to make sure that water dries from the heat of that spotlight. So make sure that happens, because if you face any issues the next or the other day, then definitely you have to get the plumbing check of the bathrooms behind it. So make sure you check all the walls for the seepage and dampness. Next is measurements. Make sure the rooms sizes as per what the brochure they have provided, or the agreement they have provided, because sometimes what happens is the rooms are smaller than what they have promised. So make sure you check all the sizes of the rooms, the living room, or whatever the areas are there. You need to check thoroughly and make sure all the sizes are proper. Also make sure the ceiling height is what they have promised. Most people get excited while getting the handover and miss all these details. Later during interiors, all these problems come out. If your handover is coming soon and you want our expert guidance, you can reach out to us, and we'll help you out with it. Please subscribe to our channel if you want real home interior knowledge, site tips, and cost saving ideas. Thank you for watching.